welcome in, guys. I don't know if anybody's in here, but hey, this is Eyes of Art, and I'm coming on here today because I am supposed to be practicing how to do a lips, some realistic lips. So let's get started with my tablet. Um, Let me pop up a screen. So I'm gonna watch a tutorial right now how to do, which I think I know how to do realistic lips, but it won't hurt to learn a little bit more into doing it. So here I go doing some regular lips. Let's say hello. Let's hope my pencil's charged. So I'm gonna watch a tutorial right now.
Look at real lips.
See what she's gonna tell me to do.
Mistakes are drawn with dark lines, which are really hard to erase. So let me show you a much easier way to get the proportions right. Use HB pencil to make thin light lines.
Hey Joshua, you are the first one in. Welcome in.
Corners, then draw
How you doing, my brother?
Then draw a vertical line.
I'm trying to throw
in the center.
some realistic lips. I'm watching a tutorial.
Pencil to make thin light lines.
So let's
draw 2 points to indicate the outer
that.
corners. Then draw
All right,
a
let's see.
horizontal line.
I think she's doing something. I think this is more difficult than anything.
And how to fix them to make your drawing look more realistic.
I think the way she telling you, the way she telling me is
so let's get into it.
Difficult.
We will start with the basic proportions and the basic outlines of lips. The first mistake beginners often make is not using guidelines for drawing the basic proportions. And then the lips simply are not symmetrical, or they're just too wide, too thin. Also, the center line is not just a straight line or slightly curved line when you look at real lips. And moreover, all these mistakes are drawn with dark lines, which are really hard to erase. So let me show you a much easier way to get the proportions right. Use HB pencil to make thin light lines. Draw 2 points to indicate the outer corners.
I can never follow somebody's directions. She said
connect them.
2 lines.
Then
wait,
draw
pause.
a vertical.
Wait, okay, what's going on here? Oh, the pencil's not on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, great. My freaking pencil's not charged. So let's see if we can do it with some paper. While that's charging, we're going to try to draw on paper. I do have clear paper, but I don't feel like getting it right now. So we're just going to use some line paper. Let's see if I'm okay. Y'all can see me. Hey, Susan. How are you? Thank you. Thank you so much. So we're going to do some line paper because my pencil got to charge a little bit. So we don't really have to use a tablet. We can use a book. All right. So let's see. Let me make sure I am okay. All right. So she said we got to do 3 lines, 1 for the corner, then 1 for the middle, right?
Line right in the center.
Then do some dotted lines in the center.
There will be a center of the lips. And now we will find the place of the cupid's bow, the bottom of the lips. This technique is very flexible and can be adjusted to any type of lips. If one of the lips or both are thinner, just make the marks a little closer to the center, and if they are fuller, just do the opposite. And the middle part of the lips. Let's connect all of them with slightly curved
Wait,
lines
she
on
moving too
both
daggone
sides.
fast. And then she said, do this. Okay.
The shape of the lips might differ. The hearted, oval shape, downturned, and many more options. Just try to keep watching the reference you're drawing from.
I don't know if I'm making my Cupid bow too wait, she did
Options are the hearted, oval shape, downturned, and many more options. Just try to keep watching the reference you're drawing from.
wait, she going too fast,
Many
darn
more
it.
options. Just try
So
to
she
keep
said,
watching the
make
reference you're
that
drawing
line.
from.
So this is the Cupid bow. No, that's the Cupid bow. So we're gonna
The
attach
main
that to the
mistake
lips.
while shading is using hard pencils. Actually, this is one of the most common things I see when somebody sends me their artwork. You can see the shading is very light. With hard pencil, you can't draw darker values and the drawing looks flat. Also, you can see the shading technique is not really good. We still talk about realistic drawings. And the blending, I've said this many times before, please do not use your fingers as a blending tool. Simply the oils coming from your skin.
My lip is looking crazy. I don't know.
In few seconds, and you don't want that for sure. So you can use many cheap alternatives. Just do not use your fingers.
That's how my lip turned
Now let me
out.
show you how to fix it. Before we start shading realistic drawing, we need to pay attention to the light, because we are trying to create illusion of form with various values, creating lights and shadows.
That's how my lips
look. As you can see in this one of my previous drawings, think of these two lips as two simple 3D forms. The light is mostly coming from the top, so there are shadows under each form. Also in the upper part there will be a highlight, the lightest part, and somewhere between there is a mid-tone, the middle tone. You can also see the transition is nicely soft gradual. Now let's get back to your
stepped in the
drawing.
room. How you doing? I'm sorry. Hey
Softer
E,
pencil
what's
than
up?
we used before for the outline. It will be 3B pencil with a chisel point.
Listen,
or a chisel
pencil to me
so why
is the same thing.
Tip? It's simple. There is a flat plane.
I can shade with any pencil. It doesn't matter to me.
To achieve nice, smooth shading. We're creating the middle tones right now.
How are we gonna do that?
Just watch me. I'm creating light white lines close next to each other for smoother effect. You don't have to rush it, just take your time to create consistent shading. It's actually really important. I'm using contour shading technique, which is the best for shading rounded objects, for creating the illusion of roundness, because I will not blend all the strokes away and they're also creating little texture. When you finish the first layer of shading, blend it with a soft paintbrush. You can also use a tissue if you want, or if you don't have a soft paintbrush. We will do basic shading also.
This is not coming out right for me. I can never follow directions. I don't know why I can't follow directions.
With a soft paintbrush or a soft tissue.
That's how like she did that to me.
I usually redefine the basic shape of the lips. Now I will take 4B pencil also with the chisel point, and I will
And then
create
she
the
did
shadows.
this. Wait,
I
let's
will
go
also
back.
to paintbrush pencil and the same technique. Then you will also blend it with a soft paintbrush or a soft tissue.
Okay.
Paintbrush or a soft tissue. And after blending, I usually
I don't know why she didn't just say, I can make it look good down there. That'd be so difficult for no reason. Back in the days, I don't think they had all these daggone different kind of pencils. Just back in the days, they probably just had one pencil. Sure. Problem is, I didn't separate my bottom lip. See, when it comes down to me, I could never follow directions. I don't know why. Following directions is like so hard. Because some people, oh, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. Some people color different. I don't know. I want to make this a little darker because that's where the mouth is at. So that's why I want to make this darker. This is the bottom of the lip, like it's bulging out. I look at these tutorials, they be doing things whap, boom, bang. Like they do it fast. Like I'm like, gosh, can't do it that fast. I gotta erase, take it over, erase, do it again. So now what I can do is just make that look light. I don't know. Y'all seen the lip right there? Y'all seen it? Well, let's see what else she got to say.
Find the basic shape of the lips. Now I will take 4B pencil also with the chisel point, and I will create the shadows. I try to use this.
Oh, I did not just do that. Good Lord. All right, hold on. All right. Finish where we left off at. Okay. Now she's saying draw it a little darker. That's what I did. I'm already ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game already. I did that already. Oh, I see why she just wants you. All right, let's see.
Now just turn the pencil around and use the sharp edge of the chisel point to redefine the center line of the lips, and then just turn it again to the flat plane and add shading under the center line to create a little shadow.
See, that's why I don't follow. That's why I'm not following directions, because it ain't gonna come out the way.
Together. After blending, do the same with the upper part of the lips.
That's why I can't. It's not coming out, because I'm not following directions. That's why she didn't want you to do it dark like that.
Sometimes there's also a little shadow at the top of the lip. For example, Rihanna has this kind of upper lip, so I will add little shadow as well.
I don't know. I don't like that. But maybe because I didn't follow directions. We're going to do it one more time. The way she wanted it done. And then she's saying there's a little shadow. I agree with that, the shadow.
Now I will take 6B pencil and add the darkest parts.
It's because she got different pencils, darn it.
And blend it with a blending stump because it is great for this detail.
She said don't use your finger,
as
but
it
I'm
is
going to
shaped
use it.
into a point. If you don't have a blending stump, you can also use a simple Q-tip as a cheap alternative. We're finally getting to the texture. This is also a very important part of the realistic drawing. The basic mistake might be no texture at all, or there are still visible some lines which are not creating realistic results at all, like in this one. Or it might be just about adding some simple lines as wrinkles. I'm sure this won't work. For the texture,
If you're coming in, hello. All right, let's do this. this.
I use HB pencil. I create thin lines and I add little shading to make it look more 3D. Wrinkles are not just simple lines. If you want to see more detailed tutorial, check out my Patreon account. There is a video on how to draw realistic skin. I will add the link to the description. For the upper lip, I will take 4B paddling lines and I add gloss.
So she's adding texture to her lips.
For the texture, I use HB pencil. I create thin lines and I add little shading to make it look more 3D. Wrinkles are not just simple lines. If you want to see more detailed tutorial, check out my Patreon account. There is a video on how to draw realistic skin. I will add the link to the description. For the upper lip, I will take 4B pencil to create wrinkles in the shadow part. And when you need to create more shadows, just use the same pencil to darken the area.
My lips look chapped. Good Lord.
And for the lighter values, I will use the HB pencil again.
They look dry.
To soften the lines and edges of the lips. Also, the brush absorbs some graphite from the blending. So you can use the brush to create smooth shading around the lips for shading the skin. And then use 6B pencil to create shadows under the bottom lip. In the end, just use pencil eraser to create some highlights. You will see how the drawing just pops off the paper. If you don't have any pencil eraser, don't worry. You can also use a regular eraser with the sharp edges to achieve the same results. So as you can see, it is not that hard to draw realistic lips.
Would I be drawing this? Nah, this don't look like my kind of drawing. Oh, you know, she added a little color to it.
Do not give it up, but just because you don't like some of your drawings. We all make mistakes. We learn from them.
My drawing, she looked like she dry. She thirsty. That's what my lips look like. She thirsty. My drawing look thirsty. That's what she look like. Like, I'm going to remember in my head. She said, do this. Then, boom. She said, this will be the Cupid bow. This will be the bottom of the lip. And then there's that dip in the lip. Well, I guess you just go like that. And then I dip in the lip. The problem is, I don't know how to... Not to be so dramatic with my dip in the lip. Then she said, connect. Okay, wait, no. I'm skipping. Can I see myself constantly doing this as I'm drawing? No. I don't know if I'm going to go like this. Because this is too much for me. This is too much. This is too much. Then she said, go like this. Matter of fact, don't even attach those. That. There you go. Erase that. I missed one step. I forgot to do the line. So now this is my practice, what she said, if I could remember. If I could remember. Right. Okay, here we go. All right. So now she said shade it lightly. Shade it lightly. Am I missing anything? No. She said shade it lightly. Some of the parts we could have skipped. Because it looked like we just... so we're shading it lightly. It's all about the strokes, guys. It's all about the strokes. If you're stepping into my room, welcome in. Hello, BDB. How are you? That game you was playing was crazy. When that thing jumped out, I don't know why I jumped. I jumped at the same time. I said, why am I jumping? I'm not even playing the game. Then she said, go a little light up on the top lip. Right? Then she said, if I wanted to look a little dramatic, I just put a little... I don't know. Lips don't evenly lay on the lips. All right, so then she said put a little shade up here, light shade up here. Because we're going to go darker. All right, that's starting to become a lip. DS is on the track. Let me see what that is. I could double screen. Let's see. All right. So after we do that, then she said, if I can remember, I'm going to remember step by step. This is why I can't do that, because I won't remember step by step. That's too many steps. So I would say, what can I remember? She said, now darken the bottom. Make, like, if I wanted to be, like, texturized, like, add some texture. This remind me Angela Jolie lips. This is what this remind me of. So she said, darken that area. Lips stand at if you want some dramatic lips, right? Some dramatic lips, right? Even though. See, I can copy what somebody do, but to follow the steps how to do it, I might gotta go to the doctor for that. I'm like, doctor, why I don't comprehend something, but I could find a way to get it done, but I can't comprehend when somebody tell me to do it a certain way. Now, said, darken this a little bit more. That's just the bottom of the lips. So they could look juicy. You want the lips to look juicy, right? Gotta look on my channel, see how am I doing. Okay. Okay. Let me that. All right. She wants the lips to look juicy. Then those lips look animated though. If I try to draw that on a painting, maybe because I'm not doing exactly what she's telling me to do. Because her lips do look good. Like it looks like she got lips there. So we're going to darken around the lips. So that at least can look like there's a mouth opening here. Right? So then she didn't show how she got all up there and stuff. So now she said go on the top of the lip and create I think that's what she said, guys. I'm trying to remember this crap. Right? You want it to be like the lips is popping out. You want it to look like that. But not everybody's lips look like that, though. Alright, so what we're going to do is blend this out a little bit so the lines could get out of here. This is animated lips to me. Like, now y'all saw me draw outside of a a daggone tablet. Alright, so she's like, make the corner of the lips look darker so that it could look like it's flipping up. And clean it up a little bit. Right? So you can't get no better than this. Right? So now, she like, if you want it to stand out, It looks so good on camera, but I don't see it. To me, in front of my lip face, I don't see it. Wait, kind of messed up a little bit. I mean, I kind of do exactly everything she's telling me to do here. But I'm not going to do this on a picture. Their lips are going to look, I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it right. Because this looks dry. But maybe because I didn't add no texture to it. Hold on, let's see. She said add texture. Okay, add texture from the top. Let's see if I just do this, right? I add too much texture. Maybe too much texture will look good. You know, I'm dramatic. Now I look like Snape lips. And she added a little light up on it. But I can't do the light because I'm in a pencil version. She took a white pencil and lighten up the top of the lip. How is Zaya? here. This is crazy. Crazy. All right, let's see. Let's see. I don't know. To me, that looks like the lips are very dry. Hey, always that girl. I'm sorry. Pff, I didn't see no. I'm looking at the daggone thing. Thank you. Hey, Dave. If I'm saying of it, Dave, we be friends. Yes, we are. Excuse me, sir. Keep it on. Good. So good. Thank you. I'm trying to like draw some lips, but I don't think it's coming out right. These lips are like, I don't know. It's looking dry to me. Imagine if I put some eyes and some lips. This is like a very dramatic set of lips. I don't know. Now, if I just go back and do it my way, like if I look at her lips, I'm going to just say, all right, this is the lips that I see. Right? This is the lips that I see, right? But that's my problem. I can see whatever I want to see, but I'm going to have a proportion issue. I have a proportion issue when I don't follow directions, right? So this is what I see. It might not look exactly like that, but this is what I see, right? And she's telling me to do some lips. See, that's the proportion part. I'm going to have to keep going over the lines, just to get a proportion. A correct proportion for my likings, right? So, this is where she's telling me, this is what I see. Right? So, all right, I do see some plumpness. I look at the size. I say, okay, I see plumpness going on there. That's what I see. Right? I can imagine in my head. See, look what the Cupid bow's all messed up. I got to keep fixing over the Cupid bow. All right, that's what I see. And then she's telling me what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw exactly what I see. Okay, I see she got like little curves on the cute right here above the lip. All right, I'm just sketching it out. See, the proportion issue, it always wound up in that. That's where I'm understanding why I have to follow directions. Because the proportion issue. I don't, like, that's why the face might be looking lopsided. Or the eyes is not on point like it's supposed to be. Right? All right, so I'm going to draw exactly what she told me to draw. Right? And see if it comes out good. Let me make sure that nobody is in the room and I don't see. Hey, Lawless. Love the lips. I'm trying. Thank you. I'm trying to do lips because the last drawing I had a big issue on drawing the mouth. All right, so this is my set of lips. Now watch. If she want me to draw some texture, I'm going to be like this. I'm going to be doing a lot of erasing because that's what I do on my tablet. That's why I like my tablet, because my tablet's easy to work with. I can take away. All right, so now that I see. So now I see like it's dark, right? It's dark. All right, now I see in areas that is dark. So now that I see that, right? So we're going to, then I was about to go like this to bring it closer to me because I can't see. I commend those artists that doesn't do digital art because they like, how do they work to make sure that that you can see in the crevices? All right, so now I see like she got certain lines. All right, I gotta erase some of this Cupid bow. All right. I'm not done yet. Watch. I see that she got like darkness around the lips. Some creases. If I follow my own directions, this is what I see. Are we still going to come out with the same results? See, this is working on the daggone tablet so much that I got to start turning things around. All right. I don't know if it's going to come out better. I just know that this is what I see. Right? And the problem is, I never do exactly on one side that I do on the other. That's one thing I hate. I like how I did that side. So let me try to do this side again. See, these are my lips now. This is the lips that I'm drawing. That I see that she drew. I wish I could make this a little darker because... Now this is what I'm seeing. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just bring that all the way up, right? Give it a little shading. Because she put light on the very tip of the lip. She put white on the tip of the lip. Something don't sound right with that. Me saying that? She put white on the tip of the lip. Right? Okay, see? Look. See, eventually, it looked weird in the beginning, right? It looks weird, but then after a while, it'll start coming around, and then I'll be like, okay, that's looking a little better. Hey, BDV, how are you? Yes. Girl first, at girl first. I think that is that number one girl. Thank you, Amari, for 10 content creators. Thank you so much, that girl. Now, you see, it'll come out after a while, right? This is what I see now. Don't get mad at me. And then I'm going to do this, right? All right, so now that I see that she, okay, after I got that done, right? Now what I see is she done darkened this part of the lip. She done did this, right? So I cut through some of the things first because I gotta do the dark parts first. See, I gotta flatten my pencil. There we go. Flattened it. So I could do a better shade, right? So what it looked like, she had did this, right? Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm about to get it there. All right. So there's the darkening of the shade of the lip, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, wait, clean that up. Now I'm going to bring it up. Bring it in there. Bring it in there. Bring it in there. Bring it in there. Bring it in. Still give you that plumpness. Right? This is what I see. When I follow directions, it don't come out right. But when I do it myself, it comes out way when I discover how to do it, it comes out way better. The problem is I don't have an imagination. I don't have an imagination. I gotta see the work and then say I'ma do it, right? Is that coming out right or is that coming out right? Right? So, okay, but we're gonna darken that just a little bit more. Just to give it that texture look. Now, y'all saw me draw off of a tablet and on the tablet. So we're gonna... So now that I see what's coming out, I can see it coming out. Like, I can see the future now. So now I want to lighten the very tip of the lip. I don't want that darkened. Because that's where it's going to look like blending in the lips, right? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay. All right, so now, as I got the darkening of the lips, right? We could lighten that up, darken it a little bit more to give it that real jumping out of the page look, right? Erase the bottom of that lip. Right? Erase that, right? So it don't look too harsh. We want it to look good. So now she's saying that we need to draw some lines, like texture on, make a little bit of shade so that it can look like the lips is covering over the mouth, right? 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 So, think I did it. And then I like to bring in some light in the lips to make it look like and then I'm gonna texture this shade a little bit so it can look like it's sitting on top of the lip. The lip is on top of it. I might not could see it, but I don't want to go too dark because if I go too dark, it's not gonna look real. So now, there we go. What else? So I want to bring the lip out, the shade of the lip a little bit. Now, my lip came out perfect. So wait, before I finish up that, I want to put some texture, some stuff on. I want it to look like it's just coming out. I'm going to work with that, right? And then I'm going to shade it in, shade it in. Cause she put a little light up there. So I'm trying to work. She took a white crayon or color pencil and put a white up there. So this is what I see now. Please forgive me. Now and then I want to erase that a little bit because I like to lighten the top of the lip. I don't like the top of the lip so dark. Maybe the corner of the lips I like dark. Still see that, right? So we can just do the corner lips dark. This part dark. The cupid bow, whatever they want to call that. And then put some shade in the cupid bow. Put some shade wherever that them dark parts at in the face. Shade, 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 shade. Make it look like it's on some face. Now I'm not saying what she doing is wrong. I'm just saying what works for me. Get what I'm saying? Because I can't follow directions for the life of me. We can make it a little darker here just to give it some like some, put a little dark there. Make it look a little dark. The shading kind of like helps it stand the picture out. Now, did I did a good job or did I not do a good job? This is what I see. In her eye, this is what I see she told me to draw. Proportions might be like off, way off. See, I like how that came out. I want to darken that just a little bit to give it that, ooh, like them lips is plumped. Right? So, this is what I see. This is my drawing. This is not following directions. Now, following directions twice. This is following directions with her talking. This is following directions of memory. And this is following directions in my head and what I see. Right? So I'm going to be more of doing what I see than I do with following directions. Because these lips right here look like I got to draw some chapstick on the side of the lips so that she can, her lips don't look dry no more. This look like she kind of not dry, but she is dry on a little bit. Now this here is showing me that is dramatic, sexy, plumpy texture lips. This is over texture. This is what she's telling me to do. Get what I'm saying? I need to see the picture and then take it in my head the way I'm taking it in and draw it out. I don't know what's the comprehension part. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I don't know if it's because that's how I've always been. And I noticed that following somebody directions, I cannot follow somebody directions. I can follow what I see. So it's more like it's like being in school and they say go to college and you're an intern and you're going to get some hands-on. I'm more of hands-on. I'm not more of sitting in the classroom and listening to your directions. If you say, hey, I want you to draw some lips and I wanted you to make it look like this. Oh, I can do it. I will sit there and make it look like that. But if you say just like how they want to teach the kids the same 4+4, but they want you to do it their way of getting 4+4, and we know 4+4 is 8, but they want you to go around the world for 4+4, it's going to come out looking like this or this. Now, if you say, hey, I need you to get 4+4, and that's it. I don't care how you get the answer, but it got to look like lips, and it got to be almost exactly what I bought. I drew. Like, it has to have the texture. It has to have the dark spots. It has to have the shading, the Beaujon. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it in my way, and I think my way is so much better, and then I just keep going and going and enhance it even a lot more. So I don't know my comprehension level. I don't know what's the problem. I'm going to go to the doctor and figure out that, tell him I or her I have a comprehension problem. And what is they gonna do? Nothing. They just gonna look at me like I'm crazy, or they gonna be like, "You're too old for to understand that. You know you have a comprehension problem. So why are we here?" So, and I'm like, "Well, I want to get through it. Get I want to get through it." So, but I'm just being real with myself. Like, I'm understanding that the comprehension level of following somebody telling me this is what I want you to do is not working for me. So don't forget them thumbs up, guys. Thank you. I'm always that girl. So now I really like this, but I like, if I can advance it even more. Like, I can add more and make it look good. I can just be like, we're gonna make these lips look real good. I can do it. Get what I'm saying? I can make it pop it out. I can do it. Thank you, always that girl. I can do it. Get what I'm saying? And it's just that I can't follow what you telling me to do. If you tell me to do it, you say go step by step with me. I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, just tell me you want lips and what you need in the lips, and that's it. Don't tell me how to do the lips. I'm gonna make it look like the lips that you want me to do. So I'm gonna do it. Just tell me what you want, and I got it. That's all you want me. That's all I need, and I will work perfectly fine. And trust me, the lips that I draw, or the drawing that I draw, it's going to come out so great, probably even way better than you telling me I need you to do it step by step. I do need to sit in some art classes. I found some art classes online that I'm looking at, but I don't know. It seems very complicated. Like, this one has to deal with drawing the body. I don't know. I'm not gonna knock myself and say I can't do it. I won't do that, because then you're putting energy in the air and you're already telling your body you can't. I noticed that when I tell myself that I can, my body's already amped to do it, and my blood, my vessels, my joints is jumping and saying, "I'ma do it. I'ma do it. Let's do it." Every time I sit down to a drawing, that's how I feel. Like, my blood vessels, my blood, everything's saying I can do it. Nothing is telling me I can't do it. You get what I'm saying? Even when it was time to draw the Jackson face, I was so in my head, like, I don't even know that this is gonna come out right, when I thought about it. And then I said, what am I talking about? Just do it. You got this. You have this. Be confident in yourself. And when I told myself that, I did it. I just was like, oh, I did it. So now, with the proportions, I know how to fix my proportions and make it look standable. Like, make it look like it passes the bar. So I will erase or darken in or take out and just amp it up. Like, I can still amp this up. Like, I still got this right here. I can still make this pop out the picture. Get what I'm saying? I can find ways to take it out. I'll still make it look good. I'll tell myself that nobody got perfect lips. That's how I would tell myself. Lips ain't perfect. See, like, I know what I would do to make these lips pop out. I never dealt with color pencils. I always dealt with a pencil. So I didn't really have to have a pen. Like, I really didn't want, I didn't, don't do the pencils. I mean, the color pencils. My son does the color pencils. I don't. Like, even like, I would take this and lighten it up. I don't want to have it that dark. So I'll bring it in, bring it out. Like, it's like, trust me, there's so many ways that good morning, I am back. Thank you. Hey, Thangus, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Let me make sure I am linked to you. I hate to have supporters and not be linked to them. I really do. If I am, forgive me. I just need to make sure because oh, no, I'm not. Let me hit that bell. There you go. Ding, ding, ding. I am to you. We are connected. So let me make sure I'm connected to everybody here. Definitely keep it Devin. Devin, I think I said it right. Devin. Got you, Devin. Got you. Okay, now. So, as you can see, I can dramatic my lips. I can do it. All right? I can make it even more dramatic. Like, I can do it. Like, it's no problem. But I cannot follow freaking directions. I really can't. I don't know. See, if I keep going and I keep going, it will start popping out and it will start getting the way it needs to go to. It needs to be for everybody. So, see, like, look, boom. There you go. And I'll keep going. Keep going. I will definitely make this looks like a pair of lips. Just keep adding and keep adding. And then my lips will look so good. The kind of lips, this is the kind of picture I would draw. Get what I'm saying? Like, but the lips she had looked at more realistic. Like, it looked at like off the paper realistic lips. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't look quite like hers, but I'll keep practicing to make it look like hers. I can do that. Because she got the pencils and everything. So, this remind me Angela Jolie lips. When they all like this. And then I start adding my little lights to it. My little shading and stuff like that. I would get it there. So that is my version of drawing lips.
Hey, I'm Darlene and you're watching a rapid fire art tutorial. In this video, I'll show you how to draw and once you're done, just connect it to the corners of the...
Let me see if she used different pencils. She using one pencil. So now we're going to do one more set of lips. And I'm going to follow this girl. This is mine. This is direction she's telling me. And this is memory, right?
For even thicker lines, you might want to consider stripping off some of that wood to expose even more lead. You can do that by using a knife or box cutting knife.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewind her video back. And I am going,
you
all right.
can also use a hard eraser, but I much prefer a kneadable one.
So she got eraser, she got two pencils,
a soft tissue,
a B5, and she got tissue.
Paper. All tools/recommendations will be linked up in the description.
I have
Let's start with an HB
baby
pencil
wipes
for the construction process. For all of the construction
Hope
lines,
this dries out
keep your lines
before
very light,
she
so the
needs to
outlines
use
will
it.
blend in with your shading.
All right.
This method is different from my original triangle method. It's a lot more simple.
All right.
Just start with a line.
All right. She said start with a line, right? I'm going to start with a line. A line.
It can curve up, down, or even look like a wave.
Okay. She said...
Depending on the shape you draw, you'll get a different mouth shape.
Okay.
I have another video on that, and I'll link to it down below if you want to check it out.
One more tutorial on somebody telling me what to do.
The very center and draw a curve.
All right, draw a curve.
On both sides, Draw a tick that slants in any direction you want. These are the corners of the mouth. Make sure they're spaced evenly apart.
How would I make sure they space evenly apart? I need some
I'm
rulers.
just using my pencil as a measuring tool.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say that. Okay. Good enough for me.
After that, connect the dots using a wavy line of your choice.
Okay, she said connect the dots
This is
using
the
a wavy
opening
line
mouth.
of your choice.
I'm trying to match the left side so one side of the mouth isn't higher than the other.
See, that's the problem I have.
You can also use the line we drew in step 1. as a
One look
reference.
longer than the other. Proportion control here. All right.
We won't need this line anymore, so let's erase that.
All right.
The next step is to draw the top lip. We're going to draw from the center and work our way out. So locate the center, and let's draw the Cupid's bow.
They call that a Cupid's bow.
I'm drawing a wide V shape, but you can also draw a U shape. Or
She
something
said
closer
V.
to a
Let's
flat
do
line.
V. Let's do V. We're gonna do V because last time we did a U shape. All right.
You can draw this higher or lower for a thinner or thicker top lip.
All right. All right. I got what I want.
Regarding the width of the Cupid's bow, I wouldn't make it any wider than a third of the overall mouth. Once you're done, just connect it to the corners of the mouth. Making sure these peaks are level. I'm trying to mirror the left side so the mouth appears symmetrical.
See, she trying. She going off her head too.
For the bottom lip, we're also going to start drawing from the center and work our way out.
All right, work it out. My lip ain't looking nothing like hers. Trust me.
Again, the thickness of the lip is determined by the distance from the opening of the mouth.
Let's give him a big lip. A big, juicy, pumpy bottom lip. She said, work it out. We gonna work it out. Well, she didn't do, oh no, I'm not
If
following
you want to draw a mouth
directions.
that has dark lipstick or full lips that curve or curl out to a large extent, continue drawing this outline to the very corners of the mouth. If not, you can stop part way.
All right,
Make
we
sure
gonna
to also feather your strokes out at the end.
feather it out, feather it out. We're gonna have a nice, juicy set of lips
Step
here.
is to shade. Before we do, make sure your construction lines are very light.
My
I'm
construct.
keeping them dark so you can clearly see what's going on. Let's shade a light layer of graphite over the entire area so it's
Okay.
clearly a different shade from the rest of the paper.
Okay, so
Now, I
we.
want to lay down a smooth, solid layer of graphite to start. To shade a large area such as this, I'm going to use the hatching method, where all the strokes go in one direction.
Okay. Okay. So we going like that.
First, make sure a large area of your lead is exposed. Hold the pencil using an overhand grip, like this.
Okay, she
to
said
get
hold it
thick
like
lines,
that. Let's
which
see.
are great for shading smoothly.
Let's see. Oh, so we going like that.
The closer your strokes, the better.
Come on, let's get it
Irregular
started.
light
Let's get it
rips
started.
will make
I'm
it
ready.
difficult to shade smoothly because the lines come out thinner, which can make your shading look scratchy.
So now we
These
working
strokes
on
will
this
also be
lip.
more
This the new
difficult to
lip.
blend.
This is following directions lip. This is my lip that I did off the top of my head. All right, come on. Can we get this started? She doing different colors on a piece of paper. All right.
To shade a large area such as this, decrease the movement in your fingers and wrist. And
Okay.
instead, use your elbow and shoulder to achieve a larger range of motion while shading.
I'm following directions, guys.
For even thicker lines, you might want to consider stripping off some of that wood to expose even more lead. You can do that by using a knife or box cutting knife. Anytime you lose your grip or put your pencil down, remember to do a test scribble to make sure your lines are just as thick and smooth before shading your drawing again. The slower you move across the page, the better, because you'll have less gaps. I do have a few gaps across my drawing, so I'm just going to go over it again.
All right, I
This
like
base
that.
layer
All
ensures
right,
that our drawing will not be the same shade as the
there
paper.
we go.
This is important because we want the drawing to pop out.
All right, we about to do some popping out lips, guys. We about to do
Let's
some
blend all
popping
of our
lips.
shading so it's nice and smooth. Just grab a soft tissue and wrap it around your finger. Lightly blend the graphite out. Since we shaded flatly, I'm just blending in random directions. What we're doing right now is just filling in those tiny valleys in the paper, so our drawing looks less grainy or pixely.
Oh my gosh, oh my goodness.
If you're getting dark blotches everywhere, use a clean spot on your tissue to continue blending. The next step is to plan your lighting. How many light sources do you want, and where should they come from?
We want some
I'm going
light.
to have a single light source shining down from the top right side.
Okay, so how are we gonna do that?
In general, areas that are facing the light directly will be lightest, and areas facing away will be darkest.
Okay.
In this case, with the light shining down from above, the top of each lip will appear lighter than the bottom part.
So we want the bottom part to be
It might
darker.
help to think of the mouth from the profile view. For example, my drawing might look like this from the side. With the light shining down at this angle, the brightest zones might appear here, where the surface of the lip faces the light directly.
Okay,
And
so
as the surface of each lip curves away from the light source, it'll become darker and darker.
okay. So the top of the lip
I'm going
gonna
to
be
use
light,
this
and then
information
the
to
middle
shape
lip
my
gonna be
drawing.
light. All right, go ahead. Come on, let's do it.
Now, we also need to account for reflections and cast shadows, but I'll get into those a little bit later.
Right. Yeah.
To learn more about light, click on the tutorial in the top corner of this video, or in the
I'm not worried
description.
about that.
Decide on where you want the shiniest areas of the lip to be, and then outline those areas so that you can avoid shading them in. I'm using short strokes that
Hey,
follow
Gregory.
the contour of the lip, so that when the drawing is completely shaded, these outlines will naturally just blend right in.
All right. So what's she doing now? We're gonna push that
Naturally
back a
just
little bit.
blend right in. So
All right.
I'm using short strokes that follow the contour of the lip, so that when the drawing is completely shaded, these outlines will naturally just blend right in. Again, my light source is coming from the top right, so I'll extend my highlight a little more to the right. Yours might be different depending on where your light source is coming from.
No, I'm gonna do your light source, buddy.
Okay, let's do some more shading.
Wait,
This
pause.
time,
Pause. Pause. All right. Her leg. So wait, where else does she draw?
depending on where your light source is coming from.
All right.
Okay, let's do some more shading. This time, instead of using the hatching technique, I'm going to do some contouring. These are lines that wrap around the form of your subject. When drawing lips, they can also double as wrinkles. Using contour lines, let's give the bottom lip some texture. I'm just aiming for a pretty uniform value. As I work my way towards the center of the lip, my contour lines will become more straight, and vice versa. Depending on how you draw your contour lines, you can get a completely different lip shape.
Alright, come on, let's finish this
I'm
lip
purposefully
shape.
using the pointy tip of my HB pencil to create many thin lines, but you can try thicker lines if you want. Just going back and forth, building the layers of graphite up a little bit at a time, making sure my contour lines create a lip shape that I'm satisfied with.
This look like it's coming out all wrong already. It look like it's coming out wrong already. Look like she got some hairy lips. Alright, we're gonna keep going at it. And she's still going at it.
I'm quite happy with the overall shape, so now it's time to add some darker values along the bottom area of the lip, so it looks as though the surface is curving away from the light source.
Okay. How's she doing this?
Although this area is in shadow, I'm going to avoid shading too dark, just to account for any reflected light that may bounce up from the chin.
This look like it's turning wrong already. This is following directions. Oh my gosh. This looks
Perhaps
like...
there are wrinkles that you want to shade darker to give the lip a more bumpy texture.
This is turning out wrong
For those of
already.
you who only have an HB pencil on hand, you can continue shading darker to give your drawing a more 3D form. But I do recommend using a softer pencil, such as a 5B. Because it's a lot softer, dark values are a lot easier to achieve without straining your hand. Of course, if you don't want your drawing to be too dark, an HB pencil may be all that you need. I'm going to shade this area directly.
I
under the
cannot
top
follow
lip darker,
directions. Look at that.
because it's covered in
It is
cast
not
shadow.
looking like how she wanted to look.
A cast shadow forms when an object blocks light from reaching another. For this part, I'm going to switch to a 5B pencil.
Hey, you know, how are you? Sorry
Draw
I
a
didn't
very
see
clean
you.
line around
Hey,
the
you
boundary
know,
between the
thank you
top
for
and
coming
bottom
in.
lip. You
Don't
can
forget
go
the.
lighter if
All
you don't
right,
want
so
your
she's
shadows to be as
saying.
dark. Shade the cast shadow lighter gradually as you work your way down. When shading a narrow section like this, you might find it easier to shade from side to side instead of up and down. I don't want to make the cast shadow that thick because the thicker it is, the more the top lip will stick out. Here's a clear example of what I mean from the side view. The more the top lip sticks out, the more light is being blocked from reaching the bottom lip, which could translate to a larger cast shadow. If you need to blend your shading and you don't want to soften out that clean edge, try using a different blending technique. Fold your tissue lengthwise several times to build up thickness.
I think that is
Use
coming
one
out
hand
so
to
wrong.
clamp the top edge, wrap the edge of your shadow.
This is coming out so wrong. So
With
wrong.
some of that graphite stuck to the tissue, we can also use it similarly to how we'd use a pencil. Just be careful when working in lighter areas, because the amount of graphite that gets transferred to the drawing is not always predictable, so it's very easy to mark up the drawing. If you're using very light strokes, that should be just fine.
I'm going to follow directions and I'm going to do this lip over. It's supposed to be a 3D lip. I'm going to follow directions. She's saying use a piece of tissue. But her lip is dark. Like, she got dark up there. Probably where I'm going wrong. Supposed to be a 3D lip, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't follow directions. Yo, I need sketch pencils. You sketch? Well, I was doing a lot of drawing, you know. Hold on. Let me pause this. Let me pause this thing. I did drawings already, you know. I got a lot. If you look at my old videos, I did some drawings. Look. Can't look at my code. I think I gave y'all my code. No, it's not. All right, let me show y'all. Let me show you what I did, you know. I drew Michael Jackson, but I had troubles on the lips. Last time I had trouble on the eyes. This is when I studied eyes because I had an issue with drawing eyes, so I drew this. And then I drew this lady. This was a random lady. But I don't like how I did her eyes, so it was just like, no, this is not working. So I wound up drawing. This is my lost princess. I can't find her photo for nothing. I tried to draw her. She was coming out so good. but I couldn't find the drawing that I had of her, and I lost it. And I'm so mad. So I'm gonna find another way of drawing her. Like I'm going to do her. I'm gonna invent something for this side of the face. I'm gonna think about this. So these are my past drawings from here to here. So every week I might draw a new artist. So hopefully I get better and better. Let's go back. Let me see if you have anything to say. Right, fire, thank you. So I am trying to define lips. Like, don't have an issue on drawing them. Wham boom bang would be something easy. But I'm noticing that I'm not comprehending. It's not about I can't do it. I'm not comprehending what these people are telling me to do. Thank you, always that girl. I'm not comprehending what let me pin your thing up there. Let me pin that. Pin that message. I'm not comprehending what it's telling me to do. I don't know why the lips is the best for me. Right. I like the eyes, the lips, sometimes the nose. I just like the structure of it. I don't know why. So I want to get better and better at my drawing. I think I'm good, but I'm not a professional artist good. Like if an artist told me, I want you to draw what you see up here, right? Like, you know how you go to sipping painting and we're going to be sipping and painting that time? I want to, what I'm drawing, I see it there. I want to know how to draw. I want to actually draw that. So, so this is my lip right here. This is what I see. This was the directions of me remembering the directions. This was actually sitting in front of her, listening to the directions and hearing it out of stock. An item is out of stock. Shop for it. Sellouts. And this is her actually telling me face to face how to draw it. Got it wrong. She looked thirsty. She looked really thirsty. This right here is memory. She looks like she's about to be thirsty. This is me doing it off the top of my head. What I see. Just seeing, looking at her drawing and saying, this is what I see. And this is the lips. So I think I do it on my own. I had a pleasure of sipping and painting. It was fun. Always that girl. Look, I want to do sip and paint. We might do sip and paint on here. Always that girl. I'm trying to start that here. That was my next goal, was to do sipping and painting on here. But I, as the person that's doing it, I have to get good at my craft so that somebody else can do it. You get what I'm saying? So I can be a teacher to somebody else. I'm not a great teacher. I don't want to teach nobody art because I didn't go to class. My portions are off. My demand, I'm not professional. But let's have fun and drink at the same time. I like drinking. Hey. The last lip was the best for me. The last lip on that page is the best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. This one here I did myself. This is my opinion. Let me make sure that I got y'all is focused in. This is my lips, not copying, just looking and designing my lips. These look thirsty. She looked furry right here. This one's looking very furry. She said this is supposed to be a 3D drawing, so hopefully, if I keep going along, it's going to start popping out that page somehow. Somehow, it's going to pop out the page. And I'm going to draw this lip over myself so that it can pop out the page. Thank you. Look, I love it. Like, I got to link this up there. Don't forget to... Oh, my gosh. I wish... place a pin. All right. So, now get back to this girl telling me how to do her 3D lips. All right, so my understanding, we got to get up here together. I'm just doing what she telling me to do now. She dropped the pencil. She's using a tissue.
So when using tissues to blend, it might pick up too much graphite and lighten areas of your drawing that you might not necessarily want lightened, such as these. So after I blend, I like to go in and shade those areas again to smooth it out.
She looked like she's actually
Having a sharp
drawing.
pencil for
That's
this
what it
step
looks like.
really helps to speed things up.
See, I'm already messing up. I'm already messing up.
If you notice any other inconsistencies, like these black dots or random dark blotches that you don't want, roll your kneadable eraser to a very fine tip and just dab those away lightly.
And my thing is, everybody's drawing.
You
My
can also
issue
use
is,
a
I
hard
think my
eraser.
drawing
You
has to
probably
look
have to
exactly
cut them
like
to
their
get a
drawing.
nice sharp
And I
edge
have to
work with.
realize, no, it don't.
Keep in mind that it will be a little more difficult
It don't have to
do, just
exactly
because
look
there's
like that.
rubbing involved. By the way, I'm not trying to achieve perfection in any way. I'm just removing very obvious flaws to achieve a smoother drawing. Since I'm using the eraser already, let's brighten up those highlights that we outlined earlier. If you like how yours looks right now, feel free to skip this step.
Nope, I don't like my
Instead
highlights.
of using a pointy tip, let's flatten out a small portion of the eraser so we can erase long strokes. Dab or drag the eraser along the pre-marked highlight zones. After a few strokes, you'll notice the eraser become less effective at removing graphite. At this point, just fold it in on itself to get a clean spot. Then pinch the eraser and continue erasing.
I'm listening to her. I am listening to her. I hope it comes out the way I need to come out. I'm listening to her.
Don't forget to follow the contour of the lip.
I'm not gonna. You didn't say that.
You can mold the eraser in different ways to get a
I don't know. Welcome in. Don't forget that like button, guys. Thank y'all for coming in. Eyez, you got this. I got this. Oh my gosh, I'm trying. I'm so trying. All right. So, wrong lip. All right. So I noticed that she got the top of, well, I'm not going to do what I noticed. I'm doing what she told me to do. That's what I'm going to do.
Let's add a few extra highlights along the sides.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. You got the perfect pencil to do that.
I erased a little bit too much, but nothing I can't undo with a pencil.
All right, I did what she told me to do. Put little highlights on the side of the mouth. Oh, she doing more highlights. Come on. I don't even know if this is the highlights. like something more wrong with her lip more than anything.
Let's do a few over here.
Maybe if I just do that, right? It'll work out better for me. Work out better for me. And then color, man.
Okay, I think I'm done with this lip for now. Maybe I'll go back
Me
and
too,
the
darn
bottom
it.
portion a little bit more. But let's work on the top lip before we call it complete.
Right. Okay. She said it's supposed to be 3D, so I don't know. We ain't finished
So
yet.
the first step is to determine the shape that you want using contour lines. You can draw the contour lines in your head or straight on top of your drawing.
I
I'm
want
going to
it.
go for a more flat shape.
Okay. Flat
Once
shape.
you've decided on your lip shape, you can plan out the lighting some more. Where the lip curves away from the light, I'm going to gradually shade it darker. You can draw a series of lines to remember where that zone is. I call this shadow lining, using faint contour lines to outline an area in preparation for shading. These should disappear once the lip is fully shaded in. You can also make a note of this in your head instead of...
Wait, she said contouring lines. Let me see the contouring lines. All right. As y'all can see, I wanted my lips a little thicker, so that's why I put that line there. Now, she said contouring lines. Okay, I guess that's just gonna be like where the sun is shining or how dark it's gonna be in light. All right, that's what she did. All right, let's continue on.
So we've outlined the areas that we want to shade darkest and the shiniest.
Oh, can't see what I'm doing? I'm
Pencil,
sorry.
I drew
Okay, here we
additional
go.
contour lines to add more texture to the lip surface.
This is what I'm doing. Supposed to be jumping
Along
out of the
bottom
page.
edge, I looked for the most prominent wrinkles.
All right, we gotta go back. What she thinks she doing?
Contour lines to add more texture to the lip surface.
All right, wait. We just can't be like jumping to one thing. You gotta go step by step. How you not going to show us what you did? Woo. She said this supposed to be jumping out of the page. All right, almost there. Let's see. Let's continue on.
Along the bottom edge, I looked for the most prominent wrinkles and created a pattern. Like this, so the wrinkles appear as though they're bunched up.
Okay, so she's saying she did a bunch of U's. She not even the crazy shit is she's not even like going along with us. She's just jumping ahead. That's what she said she did. Let's go ahead. Wait. Can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to see that right now. Okay. This is the lip that I'm working on right here. This one right here. All right, now let's continue on. Okay.
A plump lip might look smoother.
But then she's like, oh, we got to color this part too, because we got to color this too, because that's where we want our lines. She didn't say, she said it, but the way she said it, I didn't know she was talking about do it now. So I had to color that part. Okay. Just make this look a little defined, a little bit more out there. Okay, and then I colored that part. So hopefully this is 2 different colors. Let's finish it.
These wrinkles can be as deep, thick, or as frequent as you want. Just play around with different combinations to see what looks good to you.
Think I'm gonna leave it. It is what it is. I look like I got a furry daggone lip. All right, let's continue on. Come on, miss. Oh, so she's saying now take your time and darken the hues. I think that's gonna look really ugly. But I'm just doing what she said do. She said I could play around with it, but I don't know. To me, they're telling you to do all these extra steps is uncalled for. I don't know. That looks weird. I don't even think it's going to look right. I don't know. I'm just following her directions. Now you can't tell my top lip from my bottom lip. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm following directions. I'm not doing what she said don't do.
Continue adding texture and shading the top lip based on how you want to shape it.
Now,
While you're
this looks a little bit more darker now. She's like, it doesn't look. I don't know. I don't know. Let's continue on. I'll improve it when it's time for me to draw.
Don't forget to account for reflected light. I shaded this area a little bit lighter to account for reflections that hit the bottom lip and bounce back up. Use an eraser to create some shiny highlights along the zones that you've marked out earlier. Up to this point, with all the shading that I've done, the outline that I drew around the very top of the lip has partially blended right in, except for this part here. There's a very obvious outline that I drew around the very zones that you use an eraser to create some shiny highlights along the zones that you've marked out earlier.
So now I gotta take my eraser. I'm doing too much erasing. I hate that. Let's do it. All right, let's continue on. See, she blended her line together. See, I see a line here. I don't, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to do what she told me to do. I'm not going to fix it up. Just do it.
Up to this point, with all the shading that I've done, the outline that I drew around the very top of the lip has partially blended right in, except for this part here. There's a
Welcome in. Thank y'all for coming in. Hit that like button, guys.
So I'm just going to lighten this with my eraser significantly, so it's not as obvious. Another option is to shade the rest of the mouth or surrounding skin, making sure all the outlines are fully blended in. Around the corners of the mouth, I use a tissue to smudge the graphite in a circular motion, creating an airbrush effect, which made the edges look more natural. Now this following step is optional. I'm just adding a cast shadow directly below the bottom lip, using my 5B pencil to make the drawing look a little more interesting. This shadow can be as light or as dark as you want it to be. Since my light source is on the right side, this cast shadow should be positioned to the left. I'm shading lighter as I move away from the lip, towards the chin. Use a tissue to blend the graphite out, making your shading smoother. The less grainy the drawing is, the more realistic it will look. If your drawing doesn't pop out as much as you'd like, try brightening zones that face the light, and or darken zones that are turned away.
Are we finished here? We are finished. We are finished. Can I say it popped out? A little bit. A little bit. I could say that I could see the popping out, and I can see the potential of if I can enhance this a lot more. I just see that there is lines all through here. That's what she told me to do. I see this line here. And it might be because I don't have the stencils or the sketch pencils. So I'm just using a number 2 pencil. So maybe if I had the tools she had, maybe it would have popped out a lot more. This is the directions. I bet you if I do this on my own, I can make this look way better. But I don't even feel like drawing this over. This was a lot to do. Video, it's free. Share it out. It is free. Yes, it is. Let me click that up there. Pin that message. So this is all right. This is my practice in the lips, guys. This is a tutorial video that I watch, a tutorial video that I watch, a tutorial video that I remembered. And this is me just doing it on my own, in my own way, and taking the ideas. Mine might be a little bit disproportioned, but I don't think you can tell the difference of the, you know, it's unproportioned. This look like she's about to be thirsty. This look like she is thirsty. This lip just looked furry. I don't know. This was supposed to be a 3D lip. So I might need more practice on the lips. I might need to do more practice. But I actually like my lip. I like mine. This is mine's. I like this. I am happy with this texture. But what I don't like is that I have to keep correcting the daggone proportion. So let's see that in another direction. I have to keep that, you know, fixing the proportion. And you see like my lip is tightly slanted. That's the issue I had when I was drawing Michael Jackson. Like when I drew straight lips, but then when I need tilted lips, I don't get it. So that's the thing I have. Like my lips are not gonna be straight on the face. So that means I probably have to draw my lips first and then draw the rest of the face so that the lips can line up with the lining of the face. That's the way I handle things. Don't get mad at me. That's what I do. Again, this is tutorial. This is tutorial. This is remembering the tutorial without listening. And this is just what I took from the tutorial and watched, looked at the picture she wanted me to draw, and I just drew the picture. I think my lips look good. Not very fond. If I take this lips, I will enhance that to make that look more 3D. I can see the potential of this one. I can see it. If you have an imagination, if you squint your eye just a little bit and tilt your head, it might look like it's popping out on the paper. So, guys, I don't think I'm going to stay on too long. It's 11 o'clock. I normally be here till 12. I'm going to end this short video. This is short. Thank you very much for sitting here watching me practice draw some lips. Next week, I'm probably going to do once a week an artist. I'm not going to do everyday artists because that would be boring. Like, who wants to know what artists I'm drawing every day? Now, guess what, guys? I hope you watched the last video that I had, and it said, guess who? We playing a guessing game. And leave a comment down at the bottom of who do you think I drew. If you didn't watch the video, guess it before you watch the video. And tell me, how did you like it? Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if it was a good drawing. Did it look like him? Was it unproportioned? It don't matter. Anything tells me how to get better with my drawing, I'm going to do it. So, guys, this is Eyes of Art. Thank you for sitting in here with me practicing my lips. Hopefully, I'll get better at this. I'll get better at them telling me that. So, have a blessed weekday. Enjoy the kitties. Kiss them for me. Enjoy your time. Make sure all them parents out there, definitely single parents, take some time out for yourself. Enjoy you. Don't forget to know how to be a kid. I learned how to be a kid. I don't care. I'm 42 years old. I'm being a kid. That's what makes me happy. Long as I'm not immature. I know where to be an adult. So, guys, see y'all later. This is Eyes of Art. Later. Goodbye, fingers.